Alright. Every time I reboot this PC now, my voice changer keeps turning itself on. That I was having some issues with my HDMI switcher. For some reason, it just wouldn't display anything. And when I got the PC to display, it was displaying it in 1024 by 768 or something, like really low res. And then I thought, right, I'll turn on the Xbox, the PS4, and see what happens. Blank, no signal. So I thought, wow, great. That's now screwed. So I unplugged the output port, which is going from the Switch to the capture card, and I plugged that directly into my Xbox. And that then seemed to kick the Switch back into life once I plugged it back in. It is a bit dodgy from the looks of it. But final. All final. Play this for an hour or two. Big yawns. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Alright. Cutscenes. Put name back on because when I fought Ifrit, it skipped a major cutscene with him. Hot. Oh shit! Totally forgot to put my backgrounds on. Boop. Now again. Oopsie. Sylph management. Minfilia needs you to investigate the Sylphs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you.
Another one.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Floating cabbages.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
In the original 14.1.0, these were the first two that you met.
Us, Ida, us!
Doopy-doo-doo-doo. Right. So hopefully that doesn't mean my Switch is on its last legs, even though I'm just getting it. Less than a week old. Oh god, he's still getting Gil Seller spamming in a chat in the cities. Doobie doo doobie doo doobie doo doo doobie doo doobie doo. Doo doo doobie doo doobie doo. We know far too little of the sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the scions once more if we are to... Ah, beg pardons. It's a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tells me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? We come in peace. Shoot to kill, we come in peace, shoot to kill. Scotty, beam me up. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the twin adder? Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Paplimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. The little bird told us that the twin adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Ah, your little birds sing true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, a curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelves Wood home. The Sylph are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the Elder Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the Primal Ram has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the Primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ram, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have a cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favour. May your expeditions be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasure enough diversion. Hawthorn Hut, was it? I believe the ferry departed from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. Friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Paplimo. Skiddly bop. Should have just used the crystal. Never mind. Like this area here. In the original Final 11, there was an area similarly out to this. You had the stalls on the side, and you could rent them for your retainers to like stand behind these and sell stuff. But then you had everyone else who had their retainers just spammed throughout this tiny little space here. So that from this end of the red carpet to that end of the red carpet, it was just hundreds of retainers just crammed into one spot, and you'd have to like click on them all one at a time and see what they were selling. Since there was no market board, this wasn't a thing. In the original 1.0. Aye, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. Actually, you know what? Just use the ferry. Stop teleporting everywhere. There we go. What's it going to look like flying in this area? Indeed, I am Amelian of the Twin Adder. Amelian? Amelian, something like that. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? All their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Sylphic Studies. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? Tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. So, shared my stories with those around the hut before. I'd have more luck with them. Sylphs? Yes. Father's told me his stories plenty times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Chocobo! Quickest way to the quiver to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach. Don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Sylphs? Inveterate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks, the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop, and they just laugh at you. Of claims they harbour no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughable matter. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honoured greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help win the favour of our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along, what was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak with Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. And your wife is a mile away. Peace offering for the sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey. I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? What we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. The sylphs like to get stoned. They like to trip. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. Not seen Notch around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised as to what comes out. Good luck. This is house the prisons. Jeej. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milkroot, but of course, the sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff like as quick as I do, a flagon of mead. Beck's just about the same as well. Any road, the gift of milkroot will have the sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Now, let me wrap that up for you. Starting to feel a bit woozy. First contact. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milkroot well and good. Should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that God's awful stench. Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reeks even rivals the breath of the Marlborough that put up an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. More important matters to attend to, yes? The Sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. I'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend. Do not stop by, and do stop by on your return. Flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend. Do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Good to see your knowledge of the Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at the Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph with the name of Camuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. I have something of a far greater import for you to deliver. A missive from the Elder Seer herself. This photographical hiccup. I know. To summarize, the letter contains a brief. It vouches for the integrity of our envoy. That would be you. Restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Izal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get marred in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking one should go home and leave this one be. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so walking one should speak with quick tongue. Walking one would bring gift to this one. Walking one is most kind. Walking one brings milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks, gives many, many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should worry not. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania. and we're here to treat you with your people. Not to treat with your people. Aye, we came to pay our respects to your elder, and learn from him more of Lord Ram. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking ones become a dancing... What's that? Walking ones became a dancing one and brought milk root, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say? But the sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Jasix here is an oath of peace penned by our Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking Ones. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Jasix's jig insufficiently jiggy? Now, I was perfectly fine until you two turds came along. I'm as baffled as you. Something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. Seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. I wouldn't have to if you turds didn't come along. Dance, diplomacy. Say, Jasix, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course, I'd be happy to join. There go my bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Sure. Don't worry, I'll do the dirty work as usual. Dancing with its back turned to us. Hasn't got a clue I'm here. Ah, walking one knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Walking one would be a friend of these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Ah, Walking One is a friend of these ones. Friendly like gracious Elder One of Forest City. Knows how to dance in these ones' hearts. Hi. Jasix, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? Good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. Better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed legs cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Perfect timing, eh? Forest Friend. Jasix, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero in earnest. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. And sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. Who better off inquiring with Hera Media of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. Praise be to the elementals. Cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray, hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defences. Consequently, beasts from malms around are free to wander in and terrorise the hapless residents. Zig-Gorlins and Galnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome. Slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Kamuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Meow. Kill them all! Brownie brush. Bushes that brownies grow on. What wonders. There are these knoll gnats. Wait a ways away. Yeah. I'm gonna kick some gnat butt. Leroy! Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Want some shrooms? Dancing One brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye red once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills bitey buzzy ones. This one hates bitey buzzy ones. Dancing One is kind, too kind. Many walking ones come to these ones aboard, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. Presence of the enemy. This one asks Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since Walking Ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other Walking Ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange Walking Ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall, bushes burn. These ones' homes in danger, danger. This one begs of Dancing One to help this one. This one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and Walking Ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and Walking Ones in Hut House and find out more. One has bad feeling. This one fears steel ones are after something. But this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Strange steel walking ones. Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe Walking One's hut. For shiny treasure? This one likes treasure. Good for you! Shush, shush. This one says, steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. Okay. Doobie-doo, zippy-dippy-doo. Men clad in strange armor? Why, now that you mention it, I did see more suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Okay, clad in Imperial gear. Oh. Here are some types clad head to toe in steel, you see. Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. Hey, Lou! This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones tried to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Doop doop doo. That's not deep, it's just around the corner. You said to hit a prison. Nice and quick. Dancing one is back. This one breathes. Okay. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing one found something. Quartermaster's log, a list of supplies and materials to be delivered to a certain Imperial stronghold. Dancing one found paper inside a box. This is a message from Empire? This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has name of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping ones selling secrets to steal walking ones? This one fears this is this one's home, but Dancing One helped this one much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. Brotherly love. Helpful one arrives at good timing. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in belly of a beastly one. How's it going, Lou? What? Walking wants this one to return to Little Solace. Don't make this one laugh. This one is wary of living with those that are, who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on walking ones for everything. No better than those ones that summoned a primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this a likely place to build a home, but then meddling one arrives. Forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling one is forbidden from following this one. Away with meddling one. I'm on you like glue. And you went the opposite direction. You went closer back to home. Oh, wait, never mind. What? Claxia refused to return to these ones and went deeper into forest? But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful one must hurry. Hurry, find Claxio. Helpful one should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead helpful one to Claxio. But hurry, hurry before touched ones take Claxio away. Doot-doo. Doing good, trying to get through as much as this is possible before I play more Gears with Koos. Duty calls. Meddling One is back. This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Kamuxio that this one will never go back. Never. Touched ones. Touched ones should go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Be on guard, Jasix. These sylphs have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the Primal Ramu. Akin to the Amaljar tempered by Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, only steal. Take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio. This one has been worried, so very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Kamuxio? And meddling ones as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. Claxio, a seer, fills this one with joy. Kamuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from a little solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like touched ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling, helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Kamuxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. Let's see we return to Little Solace as well. For one, I could do with a nice hot bath. A bath, you see. Still so weird being able to fly in the old areas now. But very welcome. This one thought Calaxio was lost forever. Helper One saved Calaxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones. But Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. PS4 controllers are always shit. Ah, crap, I've got salt all over my desk from this. No. I mean, sugar or salt. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Oh, my nose. Up. Up. Roche, not ready. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones. But Helpful One is kindest and strong of all. Helpful One is hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Elder One. But Elder One is... spirited away. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes? But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday, but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest, but never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of walking ones named Buskaran. Buskaran may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buskaran, but Walking One does not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buskaran for this one? And Kind Ones come from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One. Please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. Please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. Back and forth. Think some of the leak. Sadaru's now the owner. Ah. Tadaru was cool. He always spoke with us. You can join more than one free company, can't you? Or can you only be in one? I can't remember. No. Da, da, da. Yeah, it's one of the main reasons I left that group, because like I said, I just couldn't stand the way it was being run. And I said 90% of the time, no one would actually do anything, so... Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? The elder's gone missing, you see. Why? If he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You'd assure the Sylphs that my sharpest-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask that you call upon Gaia Mulker at the Bent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the wood whalers are needed in the search efforts. A message from Commander Helix, you see. Sylph elders vanished. Worry not, friend. The wood whalers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. What I should do is, while I'm playing this, I should install my copy of it on the PlayStation and replay through that so I can try platinum it. Obviously, there's only trophies for the Realm Reborn part of it. Well, most of them are like actually, most of the trophies are like gathering and crafting. Like, you could do that anytime, but the only ones that were mainly related to the game was like beating the end of the main story of Realm Reborn. Dun, dun, dun. Well met, adventurer. You have the finest grog and grub this side of... Eh? Not here to fill your belly, then? Ah, hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly see if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike. Short of painting one red and another one blue, most folk would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know. You might even stumble across this sylph elder yourself. Drother's house rules. No word on the sylph elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favour for old Busker in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls, though. Just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Heads to do the trick. My patrons could swale grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish. But as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. Oh yeah, you pisshead. What are you staring at? You want to keep them eyes in your face? Splash. Nofika's teeth. That's cold. What do you mean, no fighting? That's right, scum was... Yeah, I know the rules. The bastard gets to keep his skin, for now. Thanks for stepping in there, friend. Not that I couldn't handle myself against a bleeding milksop like that bloke. I don't want to cause no trouble for Busker. You know, having to mop up blood and bits, teeth and the like. Nicely done, Jasix. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of that outburst is a Duskwhite Elysian. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwhites can be an unruly lot. They ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the Druthers for the misdeeds of a few. Should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? Never forget. I appreciate all the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favour of my own to ask you. There's a quick-hearing friend of mine, you see. Name of Tataroon. Tataroon? A good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him falling in the shroud. He nearly died in the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at the Druthers for a spell after that. Got talking about striking out on his own, he did. Not long after cast his lot with a merchant bound for Lanosea. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here. Came across something of his. Scarlet earring. I know he was fond of this thing, but he must have just forgotten it when he left. So I'd like to see that it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine, a Rogadan fellow named Benzing. You can find him on Hawker's Alley in Limsa Laminsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchants there. Back and forth. Back. There we go. Back and forth. There he blows! You found your way to Orca's Alley, friend? Hmm? The Kirin that worked at the Druthers. I speak of Tetheroon. Related to that Kukiroon block just over here by some blood or other. Two of them put in together and weren't making good coin. But old Tetheroon up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't see as to why or where. You're better off asking Kukiroon himself. He can be tight of lip though, I warn you. Best to take this chicken egg with you. The bastard loves the bloody things. Good to hear about old Busk though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to say to venture along. Too shy to come his own self. God, I miss drinking with that fool. Customer, be welcome. Not customer? Not come with custom? Kukiroon busy with business. Too busy for blather. How's about an egg? Chicken egg. Kukiroon love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Tetheroon. Tetheroon no here no more. Tetheroon leave Limsa. Tetheroon go look for sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Get where trading post is. Weinberg know of Tetheroon. Weinberg know trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kukiroon forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kukiroon. Or Kyokyoroon. Kyokyoroon. Oh. Blah, blah, blah. You do blue. Bing bing. If I'm lucky, it is this way. There's a crystal right next to it. Never mind. Tetheroon. Aye, I seen him. As to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north, by way of the ferry to Aleport. Might as well head there and see what he can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start by asking Alderfoot. He's an older hand, what knows a great deal about a great many things. This ferry is bound for Aleport. Are you riding with us? How much is it to just make a free company? I should just make me one. Just slowly populate with peeps. Then again, the problem is, like I said, obviously I take breaks, long breaks, so probably not the best of idea. Tataroon, I saw him. That's to say, I seen him. And he took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood, looking for a place to run by his fellow Quickie. I reckon he meant the one right at the shore of Bronze Lake. Memaroon's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Welcome back, Lou. So has everyone else left that free company, have they? Is Miria still in it? Ow. Finally, we found him! Customer, be welcome. Not customer. Not come with custom. Bring something for Tataroon. A weathered brass earring fitted with a polished scarlet stone, a favourite of the forgetful figurine Tataroon. Tataroon, forget this. Forget it, druthers. Tataroon swore would never forget earring, but never forget. Tataroon, thank. Tataroon, thank. Good, Buskaroon, doing good. Good, Buskaroon, good to Tataroon. Tataroon, miss good, Buskaroon. Whoa, what just happened there? Did something just happen there? Was I seeing things? Did I just catch that freaking out there for a second? Or was it just something flew over my head? Right, because it's thundering. Lightning. I see. I can't remember. I think I can't remember what that in-game name was. I think it was just Miri Chama or something. How do you bring up your friends list in this game again? I thought it was under social. Fellowships? Hell's fellowships. Contacts? Nope. Ah, friends, I'm just blind. Blind! Mirabelle! Oh, she's still in Dango. Those Sidaru, Riven Blaze. Yeah, they were alright people. Like I said, I mainly left because I just didn't like the way it was being run by other people. And I hated being on that Discord. They were just not very stream friendly. So I just left and decided to just play on my own, but then my brother ended up inviting us to his. Ah, yeah, your character's Riven Blaze, isn't it? Get down it, name yourself Lou. Why can't you call yourself Luxun? Whatever, Luzun. I never know how to pronounce your name. Hey, Lullaby, how you doing? It's just batty when people have different names across all different platforms. That's why mine's Jasix everywhere. Microbrewing. Good, Buscaroon help Teteroon. Teteroon dead without good Buscaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Teteroon make Kikirian firewater for Buscaroon. Buscaroon love firewater. You help Teteroon make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. You can change them, I think, but it costs like a $5. I'm not sure. Sure, you can change name. I'm sure you have to pay though, but I think it's like at most a $5. Change character. Yeah, you can, because I remember I changed my surname of my character. My surname's used to be Jasix Del Brudi. No. It was my original name. I remember I changed myself from Jasix to then Datia El Bruti or something, and then I changed it back to Jasix Forward. I can't remember, something like that. Change character name. How to change a character's name and appearance. And the character renaming service section, change character name option. Yeah, it's on Mog Station. How much is it? Change the name of a single character for $10. And I'm gonna guess it's 10 quid, no money, because people fail to convert. The UK. Can I get a UK price on that? Character renaming service. I don't know. Not sure the price. You've got to log into Mog Station to see it. Yeah. Need coil pup whiskers. Need 3 good coil pup whiskers. Oh wait. I can't fly on this mount because the music. Don't know if I'll get in trouble on Twitch for that music, because obviously it's sung by a different group. High, on high I stand. I don't know, just anything with lyrics in that sounds like it's done by a third-party group, just avoid it to be safe. You get auto banned, and you've then got to appeal it. Once you've appealed it, you get a strike. But after 3 strikes, it's a you're out sort of deal. But again, Twitch's system's crap, so it's best to just play it safe. Because their own mods are just garbage. Like, Twitch can't keep track of its own rules. Like, there's a VTuber. But then again, what she did was quite bannable. But still, the point is, there was a VTuber, Harry Hemi or whatever, she just debuted like a week ago. And she thought, oh, it'd be funny if I shake her character very close to her chest area on screen. She got banned temporarily. However, there are actual real people who lie there in just bra and underwear, and they don't get banned. Some stupid reason Twitch recommends them to us. I think it's ever since I've watched fucking a couple of VTubers, Twitch's recommendation system's completely broken. Let's see, what does it recommend this time if I have a look? That's actually normal for once. Call me Kevin. I thought I was already following him. I shall do so now. I have watched some of his YouTube stuff. But yeah, every now and then YouTube just randomly recommends stupid channels. I only noticed it the other day. There, right now. Yes, there we go. You know, women are free to wear what they want, but you do get ones that are blatantly just deliberately, you know, like, eh. Like, there's a one now that Twitch is recommending in our title is ban appeals soon. I'm guessing that's because they're pervs or so. I'm guessing it's people appealing to be unbanned off her channel. Or people probably going in and being total pervs. I don't know. Again, it's another one of those grey areas, but Twitch can't seem to keep its own rules straight on that. Like, they'll ban one person for blatantly breaking the rules, and then someone else who's also blatantly breaking the rules, they'll not ban. Not just particularly in that sort of area, but that's one of the most common ones. People exposing bits of themselves. But the system for the music is both manual and automated. And both are dodgy. I don't want to join you. Pataroon make fire. I can't hear because of this music. Tataroon make fire water for Buscoon. You bring Tataroon thingies Tataroon needs. You brought all thingies. Tataroon make fire water now. Make good fire water for Buscaroon. Tataroon start making fire water now. Good fire water take time. More time, more good. You come back later. Stupid fate. Go away. Buh. Ah, can't jump in the water. There's no swimming in these areas. I'd be able to fly over there more than likely if I was to hop on a mount. Yep. I think it's mainly only Costa del Sol you can swim in, because that's like a popular area in the early games for people to hang out in. At least it was. how the thunder and lightning makes everything look like it's glitching out. Oh, I wish this event would go away. You can turn down my music. Like fine wine. Turn that down a bit. Tatharoon, make fire water. Good fire water. Take to Buskaroon. Good fire water for good Buskaroon. Tell Buskaroon to drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tatharoon hopes Buskaroon happy. Tatharoon gives Buskaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buskaroon. Tatharoon make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. Thanks to good Buskaroon. Get me out of here! Where am I going? Do. Get over the music a bit better there. Part 2 seems to be very long compared to Part 1. Ow! Get away. Ah, you returned. Thank you for seeing Tatharoon's belongings to him. What's this for me? A foul brew that is made by tossing various items found in the wild, both live and dead, into the barrel of water and letting the concoction ferment for a sennight under the warm sun. Ew. Death broth. Cocoon fire water. So he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that all... bloody hells. Who's cutting onions in here? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? That sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. Stuff has an aroma and bloody unlike any other drink I know. Going to be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? See if we can't make it through this bottle together.
Thanks for the host.
Thank you for the host, lullaby. I've lost that voice. That custom voice, I ruined it. Because I had to format my PC, so the voice now just sounds poopy.
Sounds poop. Ah! Testing. Garbage.
Yeah. Ruined! Let's see. Selfish concerns. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but not near lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here. A place we've never known a Sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like, the missing Sylph's elder among them. Here, I marked the track where they were sighted on your map. We'll see if there's anything to be seen. Oh. You said you had the presents. Not anymore, don't. Dick. Are you still playing New Game Plus, Lou, or are you just permanently gone back to playing through the expansion? Oh, shit. I need to... How do I check my progress of a Crystal Tower? I really hate that I can't just restart it while I'm doing New Game Plus. It's annoying that I'm locked out of it. Never did you... Oh, a replay. Oh, you were just playing on a fresh character, weren't you? Yeah. Okay, what would a Crystal Tower be under? Um... So I did get... Did I beat it? Maybe I did beat it. I'm confused. No, because Crystal Tower ends with you fighting Bahamut. I definitely didn't beat it. But I didn't fight Bahamut. I'm sure I didn't fight Bahamut. So I'm not done yet. How many am I missing? Like, how many extra quests is there? What? What? Don't you fight Bahamut in the tower? I'm confused. Ah, Bahamut's the coil. Okay, how do I check my coil progress? Which one is that under? Don't even think I started it. Lahi. Lahi. It's the same menu under Bahamut. Yeah, so I've not done this storyline. Cool. Cool beans. So at some point I want to do that and actually see that through. I never did it. Never did it. Did Alexander. Did that. That was the Sky Pirates, wasn't it? Which led into Void Ark, I think. Yeah. I did Omega. I think I finished that. The Evilise story, unless it continues on. Didn't finish that. Haven't done Eden. Haven't done the Nia crossover. And I haven't done whatever that is. I actually did more than I thought. Never mind. This ain't hostile prisons. Oh, maybe not. Gone quiet all of a sudden. I've always noticed something on Streamlabs for some reason. The stream volume of the capture card doesn't match the volume of what the actual capture card's putting out. It's always like off. I don't know why. Like everything else is maxed out. The stream volume's maxed, the capture card's maxed. It should be of the same level, but for some reason through the stream, it's quieter. I've never figured out why. Yeah, that's maxed out. Volume mixer. Maxed out. The actual stream capture is maxed out. Everything is maxed. Can't figure out why that is quieter. Let's see, sound settings, control panel. See, the annoying thing is from the control panel, it doesn't have a volume source for the capture card. So I can't mess with it from the control panel. Only through like Streamlabs or something. But again, it's not the capture card that's quiet. Capture card is fine. It's just the Elgato stream output that's quiet. I don't know why. That's maxed. That's maxed. Yep. If I get it to match, then I'll... Because obviously for me, the volume sounds fine, but I'm guessing for you guys, it sounds quiet as hell right now. Like, I can hear the ambience perfectly fine, but I'm guessing on your ends, it's a bit quiet. But again, it's only for the capture card. I don't know how to boost it. when all volume levels through my wavelength software is perfectly level. It's only on Streamlabs. I can't figure it out. And now I'm guessing you guys can't hear anything. Just the occasional little blip. Can you hear anything on your end, Lou? Ah. Let's see. Elgato property. No, not what I picked up. Yeah, but I'm guessing they're really, really quiet though for you compared to me. Like if I just turn this down, can you still hear them now? You'll be able to hear that battle, that someone. You'll be able to hear someone fighting there now. But everything else should be minute. Now I've just put a gain on it. And it should be pretty close to what I'm actually hearing. Have a listen. This might sound horrible. Brace yourselves. See how that goes. You know what? No, I don't like having to put boost filters on things that don't need it. How to capture audio for now. We have a media. Okay, whatever. I'm not sitting here all day faffing with that. Play me game. Um. Dee-bee-dap-bop-boop-bop-dap-dap. So, was there aught to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans? This part of the Twelve's wood? First Sylphs and now Garleans, all in the same place. Cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs, tracking them, or giving chase mayhap? But no, not this far into the forest. The Whaler spires are everywhere. Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hills could they... Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew where the spires stand and when the Whalers watch. The Gridanian traitor. Or a Gridanian traitor. Rich. Right. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know, I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst. Someone was aiding the Garleans. I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pints on account of not being able to afford another. Late, he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Be a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it. This lad's a wood whaler. Wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest. I couldn't help putting two and two together. Nice to see, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us safe. Lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Jasix. If he is up to no good, put an end to it and him, if it comes to that. Blind. Oh, here we are. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Begone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. After that scum. Not long now. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. Little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights, if the whalers paid their men their worth. You? What did you... How long have you... Help! 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 Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I'm under attack. One punch! How did you... You just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. Sure, a likely story, scummo. Come back. I shall end you. I love the quest. Speak with Laurentius. ... again. Duty calls. But yeah, part 2. When does it end? How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. I am proud. But they do not provide. Preach justice, honour, duty. In the end, it's those with money who do as they will. Who lives as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and took it. And I've done all I've done for money. Endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. Though you do not yet realize how much, bloody idiot, you imagine that you had cornered me. It is not I who is cornered, mate. Did you not just see his one punch that other guy? Garleans! I brought the Lalafell bastard. Then again, this one's a duty fight, so it'll take a bit longer. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of guilt to find such an endeavour. To fund such an endeavour. Such is the cost of fighting great power. Or of making it. Or of remaking it, as we will. As we will Gridania. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did you? You there, Lalafell. You stand here at all Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. I'm gonna kick some ass. Your eyes between your words, coward. You know full well the whalers fear the what thing. Oh, there's more back here. His ass. Ah! Impossible. How did you beat the Empire's finest? With bandits and poachers at your side. They are your sworn enemies. Why do you fight with you and why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Buscaron. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go on to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There's something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. Feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. No longer bound by duty. Dooby dooby doop 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 scoopy doop. Laurentius confessed to his crimes. I just had word with the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. Lad is quite a the lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania's too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference. That it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp one simple truth. Those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Yeah? He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive. I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. Let us leave fates of to the 12. I have other news for you, Jasix. Sylfelder has been found. Yay! Into the beast's maw. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Hulk? Banner? His name is Frixio, and he's the eldest among the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, it's like a bridge between us and them. Small, leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment. Bridges are no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called Thousand Moors of Tortorak here in the South Shroud. It was by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help, Elder One. Or Frixio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All dear chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into Torktarak, but has not returned. This one is worried. You're right to be. This fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the Seven Hills was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, Waking Ones, must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Faxio is our best hope to reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Jasix, go to the Thousand Moors of Tortarak and see that Frexio comes to no harm. Peace between man and self rests upon your success. Shit. How do I get in there again? There was an entrance. Fuck. Where was the entrance? Ah, never mind. Got it. I'm thinking of a different place. By order of the Elder Seer, the dungeon known as the Thousand Moors of Tortarak has been placed under the control of... What? Sylph Elder is inside? And you are sure of this? How in the Seven Hills did he manage to sneak by? Oh, strike me down for a purblind fool. Must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Tortarak is ordinarily restricted. These are exceptional circumstances. Pray, assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. Let's go! These don't take long. Yeah, thanks. There's a bunch of people just standing right here, so... I'm guessing they've already been in. They're in cutscenes. Yeah, that person's just changed their gear. They've already been in. Cat. What's everyone else up to? This. Anything going on in the gaming world today? Doop. Yeah, apparently people are saying when you get your vaccination jab, you've got tattoos or piercings. Those areas where the tattoos or the piercings are become quite sore because it kicks your body's immune system. Basically, this vaccine kicks your body's immune system into overdrive, and obviously a piercing and a tattoo or something your body tries to heal or get rid of. And so they're saying for a couple of days, your piercings or tattoos will be quite sore. But nothing. It's nothing to worry about. They're saying. What's the average wait time? 11 minutes, so we'll see about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Gotta kill some time. Big yawn. Tom Holland's had the app kicked out of him by countless epic fours, but Uncharted promised some of the biggest action sequences he's ever experienced, according to a GameSpot report. First comment, his biggest beatdown hasn't happened yet and it's a gif of Venom. It'll happen eventually. Stop yawning. Beat Saber, Job Simulator, Super Hot were the most downloaded PSP titles last month. More top titles from January 2021. The World Ends With You anime adaptation. I've not played the game. Uh, 343 teasers. There's a new place and way to play Halo Master Chief Collection on the way. Probably streamed on the Switch. Or on Android. More than likely. I doubt it'll be on the Switch, but I don't know. Streaming games on the Switch is becoming a thing now. Control, a couple other games are doing it. Let's see. Halo the Master Chief Collection developer 343 Industries teases a new place and way to play is on the way. In its latest Halo Waypoint, the developer talked candidly about challenging challenges, including a new seasonal challenge to unlock the Mr. Chief helmet that's been causing quite a bit of grief, as well as outlining penalties for unsporting blah 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 blah. However, buried in the flighting future section also detailed the next batch of test flights, We have quite a bit of new content we're looking to get into your hands, but we're deciding what the right amount is and are still waiting to see what progress is made in the coming weeks. Teases maybe a new place and way to play. Little else was given, unfortunately, but we can expect to learn more in later this month. For now, though, Halo fans are speculating that this may mean Master Chief is on its way to the Epic Games store. Was. I mean, technically, you can already play it on Android because you can remote play or cloud play Xbox games now. Couldn't be that, and again, I highly doubt it will come to Switch. It would be very surprising, but I highly doubt it. There's a portable stream option. Yeah, even people in the comments again, I'd be surprised if it's a Switch version. I would have a Switch. I would love a Switch port and an original X. I have an original Xbox just for the first 2 games because I love them so much. I bet it's Stadia, sadly. I don't know because Stadia is closing down a lot of its department. And they're focusing on pretty much in-house stuff, I think. I can't remember what it was. There was an article on it recently. Yeah, a lot of departments in Stadia have been shuffled and shut down. Because it just ain't popular. Come on, it hasn't even found a DPS. Ooh. Let's go. Howdy. I've deliberately put cutscenes in that background. Just because the primal one, I think it skipped Ifrit's cutscene. All the music's supposed to kick up to a higher, more action version when you actually start fighting stuff. Nope, never mind. Royal Guard. Enmity is increased. It feels like it's going to be a long dungeon. Dun, 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 ba-da-doo. Oh boy. Why is everyone running around like headless chicken? Not gonna lie, I'm forgetting the path to take in this place. It's been a while. Best tank. Da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Do do do. Right, with the boss, you have to keep it on the outside, don't you? Because it spits blobs of crap on the floor, doesn't it? If I remember. It's been a while. You're welcome. Yeah, does it not seem that you go that slow anymore than that? I don't have to speed that up so you move quicker. It doesn't feel like it's very slow anymore. Tank's chickened out. Hey, Newton. Watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I've not watched that yet.
Darkness.
You kidding me? I'm getting sealed out.
Elko, Hitra Bublo Hans. Seize that on Rajadorn. Thagon well rogue. Torsan no Paiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true god.
Lahi?
Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing.
They're fighting the boss while I'm watching this.
It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The Dark Minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo.
The effects of them fighting.
Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
The boss has been defeated. You're already dead. You just don't know it yet. Dead. Wow, that was a hard fight. Wow. Freedom! That's the problem now if you play the game now. As like a new player and you want to enjoy the story, people will not wait. And that's why they need the trust system to be rolled back to the older stuff as well. They can just trust run. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? Yes, it was me. It's all me. Bow to my superiority. Those other people that were here? Nah, they were just spectators. It's all me. Little One does not lie. Or Walking One does not lie. This one is grateful to Walking One. Damn right. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Echo! Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where's that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? Afraid not, my lord. Shall I order the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gudanians to our presence. Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I found no evidence to suggest that Ram will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. Fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion? Were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion. Can fair taste it, but at this rate. No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it means bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? That alone were you right, Garland. But your star has long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Van Belsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ooh-ha-ha. Manic laughter. Crazy musings. Spy. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced. Walking ones have black hearts. Seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Neuraxia. Do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. For there are evil ones among the walking ones. There are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know what brings walking one to this place. Came to this one's rescue at Neuraxia's bidding. This one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Cool, catch it a bit, Lou. Walking one has questions about Lord Ram. Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Yeah, accompany and then flies off. Thanks! Ah, you're back. Down with the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. Don't really know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm all glad Phyrexia didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends, the Charlian and the Twin Adder. You've done Gridania a great service, this dear lad, and earned yourself a place of honour here at the Durthers in doing so. Sure to come by whenever you feel like a drop of quick-hearing firewater. Simple gift. Dear friend, something I'd like to ask you. See delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azima Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder, and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. I love how the thunder is still causing my hair to freak out. Wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12 wood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridania and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. Where am I? Oh, I'm a mile away. Actually, not too bad if I just go that way. Trying to not teleport as much. Save the pennies. Hopefully Koos is ready to play a card in a bit. A gift from Walking One Buscaron. A gift for these ones. A fragrant oil pressed from freshly harvested Azima Rose hips. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscaron an adventurer, one are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and much deception. This one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. Believe in yourself. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Jasix. Just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the walking one who's aided Lyrexia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. You do not mind my asking, how did your misadventures come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely. These ones watched too closely, and Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Tortarak, but that this one had not. And Tortarak, a sinister one robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. Sinister one robed in black? Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Eldar Phyrexia, we need you as emissary for the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the word of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees. The walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. No people summon the Lord of Leven but once. Yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. It's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends. They don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects honoured one Kani Sena, but assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counselled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ram was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones. Did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. But this one fled to little solace, and with all those who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. Walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones of Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. Yeah, he's like the only primal that's chill. He just wants to protect the woods. And the sylphs. Whereas Garuda, on the other hand, wants power. Ether, all of it. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touch ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. This one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the sylphs, Ram's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. What about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered self's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold. A timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easy in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in the desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see these feelings are conveyed to Honored One Kani Sena. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. Sylph Elder's very reasonable, I must say. Could learn a lot from him. Huh? Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. While we see to that, we would appreciate if you would deliver Phyrexio's message to the Adder's Nest. Elder Phyrexio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Bye. Please wait, walking one, Jasix. This one has yet to give walking one a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon the walking one as a symbol of these one's trust. With that, we have our second crystal. Power up! Oh, third crystal. Sorry. This one was not mistaken about walking one. Walking one is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. Brilliant light from within walking one enveloped the crystal. This one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to walking one. Walking one must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before walking one returns to Gridania, this one would ask walking one to watch touched ones. So long as touched ones are not troubled, touched ones will not make trouble. If walking one witnesses touched ones making no trouble, mayhap walking one can testify to walking ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. Those ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. Get that, I thought it was going to end. We're still going! Part 2 is long. Long, 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 long. I was hoping to get to the end of part 2 tonight. Tell me, have I literally got to be on the exact spot? There we go. Apparently doing EM on the end doesn't count. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. Do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. I should get something like that. A ring fit or something. Do some crunches. Try and get rid of my gut. Ah, if it isn't Jasix. I went to the meeting with the sylphs. The fluid lettering of Little Solace Elder Frixio is as beautiful as it is unintelligible. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So, the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. So long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we not fear any aggression on their part. The other seeds here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures. In the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tracking the more conspicuous threat to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Back from the wood. I think this may be the end of part 2, maybe. Sylphic folk have long been friends of Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn not offer to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray, pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Speak of the devil. Hello? Hello, Jasix. Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Padmemore returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Garleans may turn their attention to more pressing matters. The Gridanians, sorry. Well done. Yet, the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray, return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would appraise you of the present situation in person. It's got to be the end of part 2, surely. Part 2's gone on for ages. Ah, shit, gotta speak to Tataru. Ah, went too far in. Do. Well, if it isn't my favourite adventurer, welcome back, Jasix. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. Okay. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks the permanence we cannot rightly claim. I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Tancred is sparing no effort. You are many in one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. See. Ah, I have been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't? And nor have I. Alas, Alize has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl. You may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. Trust the Baldzion report will serve you well. Take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to. It is good to see you again, Jasix. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on the triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. But who's next? Sarkhan and Leviathan? Sarhagan? The Lord of the Wall has not answered his minion's call of late. Or is he expected to do so in the near future? Well, the Sarhagan remain as aggressive as ever. They lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. Garuda, for a time, bears repeating. Can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Yustola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with a certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word of Titan? Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. Shall hear from them ere long, you may depend upon it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Garuda. Gridania. Wait, I mean Garuda, who was the primal of Ixal, who lived near Gridania, yes? That's what I meant. How many malms to cover? but that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. Practicable. Not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seedseer. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. You, on the other hand, don't get a rest. Get back to work. There's something else, Jasix. Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? Well preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? What's this bodes ill? We must take advantage of the present lull in Primal's hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. Dread to Eek! Tataru? He's spying on us again. Self in Thanaland? Long last, this one finds walking one Jasix. This one is most dependable of these ones. Is sent by Elder One Firaxio to help walking ones. This one is called Naraxia. This one comes as friend. Let these ones be friends. But pleased to meet you, Naraxia. Some Lalafell turd on the floor where she had an accident. Eek! Oh my god, we're still on part 2! When does it end? Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. It takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Jasix, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence. That they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Hey, part 2! Complete! Just a million more parts to go. We've done the first 2. Well, we've still got 4 more to go in Realm Reborn and then everything else. The adventurer's victory over Ifrit, the Lord of Inferno, prompts comparisons to be made to the fabled warrior of light. Yet even as the feat draws the admiration of the masses, so too does it draw the ire of the shadowy Asians. What end these masked individuals scheme remains to be seen. The search for answers begins with the one named La Habrea. Right, cool. Oh, shit. Right, cool. So that's the end of part 2. Tomorrow I'll be carrying on, cracking on with part 3. Try and blast through most of that. Monday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to get up nice and early and just have a long day and try and cover the next part in just one run. Hopefully. We'll see. Yes, I'm going to call that there with final. I'm going to cut the feed temporarily, get a hold of Koos, and switch over to Gears if he's ready. So that'll be like 15-20 minutes. So if you just keep the channel in a tab. But yes, that's the end of part 2 of 14 for now. If you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to that follow button. It's always appreciated. Scroll down, you can find a link to my YouTube and Twitter pages. Feel free to follow and sub there. And yes, I shall see you again tomorrow with more Final 14, but I will see you in about 10-20 minutes for more Gears 5. Enjoy. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. Peace.